Somebody promised us freedom. Silicon Valley, the ad campaigns, the product launches with the soaring music. Email would save us time. Smartphones would put the world in our pocket. Online shopping would give us everything, faster and cheaper than ever. So why do we feel busier, more distracted, more exhausted than ever? And why is the cloud, a word that sounds so weightless, actually a sprawling physical thing? Data centers, undersea cables, rare earth mines, burning through more electricity than some entire countries? Here's one number to sit with. The average person will own around 30 phones in a lifetime, almost none repaired, most landfilled. I'm Dee. Let's untangle this. The promise was liberation. The reality is something else. The global electronics industry generates 50 to 60 million tons of e-waste every year, the fastest growing waste stream on the planet. Less than 20% is formally recycled. The rest is landfilled, incinerated, or shipped to informal sites in West Africa and Southeast Asia, where workers, often children, burn cables to recover copper. Our phones depend on cobalt from the Congo, lithium from the Atacama, and rare earths from mines that would be illegal to operate in most consumer countries. Our devices aren't clean. They're clean-looking, at the point of sale. Then there's the experiential cost. Shein drops up to 10,000 new items a day, driven entirely by algorithmic trend forecasting. Amazon's recommendation engine exists to create a want you didn't have 60 seconds ago. Average screen time in many Western countries now tops 6 hours a day. Tech was supposed to be a tool. It became infrastructure, then habit. Now it's the environment we live inside. Degrowth isn't anti-technology. It's anti-extractive technology. The distinction comes from thinkers like Philippe Bihouix, who wrote The Age of Low Tech, and Chris Dedecker, who edits Low Tech magazine, a publication that famously runs on solar power and goes offline when the sun isn't shining. Their argument: not all technology is equal. Some genuinely expands human capability. It makes hard things possible, reduces drudgery, connects people across distance. Other technology mostly accelerates consumption, manufactures desire, or harvests attention. So degrowth asks one question: does this serve human flourishing, or does it serve growth? And the answer is, already building things. The Fairphone, modular, repairable, ethical supply chain. The framework laptop, built to be opened, upgraded, fixed. Right to repair laws, already passed in the EU, France, and several US states, forcing manufacturers to stop designing for the bin. Repair cafés, libraries of things, open source hardware. Not hobbyist niches, infrastructure for a different relationship with objects. And a quieter shift. People are buying flip phones again, wearing analog watches, choosing physical books. Not out of nostalgia, because the always-on, always-tracked, always upselling environment carries a cost that was never in the brochure. The reframe is this: a good tool removes drudgery so you can do meaningful work. A bad tool replaces meaningful work with drudgery, while addicting you to a feed and outsourcing your desires to an algorithm. Most of us are using more of the second kind than we realize. One audit. For each device or app you use regularly, ask 2 questions. Does this expand my capacity or harvest my attention? And what did it cost to make? And where will it go when I'm done? Some tools clearly expand capacity. A search engine for a specific question. A map on an unfamiliar journey. A video call with a relative on another continent. Others harvest attention and offload their costs onto someone else. Most social media. Most fast fashion apps. Anything built around infinite scroll and manufactured urgency. And if it's the feed that's quietly running you, I've made a free guide for exactly that. It's called Degrow Your Feed, a practical walkthrough for taking your attention back. The link's in the description below, or head to degrowthbydesign.com. You don't need to delete everything, but noticing the ratio and asking who actually bears the cost of the tech you use gives you the option to shift it. Next week, we step back from the personal and go to the policy level. The country's actually trying degrowth at constitutional, legal, and budget level. Real examples, real data. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Let's build a world that thrives by design, not by default.